So now what we can do is we can quickly install the Ansible because yesterday I have deleted. So I'm just logging into server, logging into SSH. So normally Google Cloud APL release already will be there. So you no need to do anything. So simply you go and start install the required packages. Okay, so now I'm just logging in a root. I'm logging in a root. Let's go and minimize both window so that both window can parallelly do this commands. So now I'm just editing it because I need to enable the SSH. Also, I'm just opening the file. So if you come down, password authentication, password authentication, yes, service, SSHD, restart. Password authentication, no. So we need to, the changes has to take effect. So we need to restart the service. We need to restart the service. So I'm just adding the user. Ansible. As a Red Hat. So password Ansible at Red. So now we can run va sudo command. Va sudo, here also va sudo. So come down. So there is a root all where you can type Ansible all equal to all, no password all. So if you want, you can type it again or you copy this. Come to root all. Is in the next line. Almost we are okay. So now we are going to log in as a Ansible user. So node 1 and server 1. Okay, and then we are just going to log in. So now server 1 SSH key gen, I'm just doing it. SSH -copy ID node 1. So what is the password we given? Red Hat. So just check whether it is logging without password. Yes. So we are good to go everything. Now I'm just creating a directory called dev because it's my first environment. So I'm going inside. So we will install Ansible. Okay, so now first you view the Ansible.cfg. Scroll up. There is a privilege section will be there. So get that. Okay, so there is a privilege section. Where is that? Okay, let me just maximize it. Maybe I'm missing something. Ah, yeah, this is the one. So I'm taking that. I'm just opening my notepad. Remove hash. Replace. So here, say defaults inventory equal to host. So I'm just copying this, going to server, vim ansible.cfg, and just saving it. Now you can test it, but we need to create a inventory file. Say node1 because I created only one. Ansible all -m ping. So you should get a green color ping pong. Yes. So that is good to go. So I'm just creating a make dir roles. So in that case, we need to provide the roles path pwd home ansible dev, right? So vam ansible.cfg here, this environment roles where I have. So roles underscore path. Yesterday also there was an entry I showed. So I'm just pasting it. So that's all. So now we will first discuss what exactly we are going to discuss. Let me first copy the files since we have removed this. I'm just opening WinSCP. Let us first copy the necessary files. What is the mission IP address? So server 1, this is the IP address. So I'm just opening it. In this, say Ansible, Red Hat, save password. Yes. So I'm going dev directory. So I'm just making sure exam fun and also there is a user create. Okay, so I'm just minimizing it. Going back to the command prompt. Let's check the files are there. Yes. So tar -x xvf exam fun. So there is a directory got created. We will remove that zip file exam fun dot. So if you see, okay, we will also install tree command. yum install tree, because very useful command. If you see a tree command, are you able to see the, or shall I increase the font? Okay. So in exam fun, there is a defaults folder, mains.yaml, handler folder, meta, task, template, vars. Okay. So now I will just walk through each folder. Okay. In front of you, I'm going to delete unwanted folder. See, yesterday, as I mentioned, whatever folder you need, if you want, you can create it, but it's really not mandatory. That's what I'm saying. So you can go and keep only the folder you need based on the task.yaml, based on the dependency needs. If you have a dependency, first meta you need. After that, it will go to task. In the task, if you have any dependency, if you have any files, then you should keep the files directory. If you have any 𝐻𝐿2, then definitely you need to keep the 𝐻𝐿2 files in templates directory. If you have any array, then you need to have vars directory. So it entirely depends on what exactly you are mentioning in main.yaml. Now, what I'm going to do is, first I will move this role under roles directory. Exam fun to roles directory. So now we will put a tree. See, this is the role name. As I said yesterday, the role name is what name you give the directory, the roles. If I go to roles, whatever, because we need some logical representation, right? So you can give any name, but that should be some meaningful name. Okay, I'm just going to exam fun. Let's go with so this is the folder structure. First, we will check what is there in the meta main.yaml. Nothing is there. So cat, what is there in task main.yaml? Nothing is there. Cat defaults main.yaml. Nothing is there. Cat, even templates, nothing is there. Handlers, just directory only is there. So vars main.yaml. See here, there is a number of section and there is a value. Okay, so rest all directories are just empty. So we can do one thing. The rm-rf in front of you, I'm removing to make sure you are getting the reality. Handlers, meta, task, and templates. So can you check now? So only vars directory is there. Okay. How many of you don't understand? Please raise your hand. I will just help you to unmute. Yeah, go ahead, Abbas.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Morning, Vijay.
Yeah,
Just want to know one thing. Means you, for example, you started the all the things and started the server installation is there.
yeah.
So in this scenario, two things I just want to can we use Terraform? Second, can we do through all these things through Terraform?
No. Yesterday I have given a very detailed example.
Yeah.
Uh, See, first, now we are discussing about how to use roles. Here, I'm not talking about the Terraform with Ansible. So yesterday I explained when to use Terraform, when to use
Yeah.
Ansible.
Yes. Yeah. Yesterday you explained it out.
Yeah, so you need to take that decision whenever you get onto any base provisioning or base update or base destroy.
Okay.
Okay,
So
based
this
on the what you did in the past or what you are going to do as a new. new
Okay.
provisioning, new update, or new destroy.
Okay.
So the existing environment, based on some condition, you want to scan it. You don't know what is there in now. So you need to scan, and you need to you already giving the condition. Based
Hmm.
on that condition, based on the current scan, both has to validate and take a decision on the fly.
Hmm.
Then Ansible.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, but now I'm explaining what is Ansible role array.
That can you explain me again if you don't mind in short?
So yesterday, whatever I explained the roles, you understand, right?
Yeah.
So the one which we are going to see yesterday, what we seen, we have some role. Okay, let me just draw the diagram. Yesterday, we have my manager asked me to do some bulk task on a daily basis, either URL monitoring or daily 1,000 file copy to 1,000 servers, or repetitive task on a daily basis, but each task almost same. Yesterday, whatever we seen, that concept.
Hmm.
So in that case, what you need to do, you take one task, create one dummy role with the variable. You understand?
Yeah.
So this role will tell you how to do this one task. Correct?
Hmm.
So the task 2 also going to be the same. Maybe the task 2, the package name or service name going to be different, or URL name going to be different. That's you agree?
Yeah, agree, sir. Agree,
But
Vijay.
the procedure wise, everything is same, right? Module wise, checking wise, everything is same, right? Yesterday we seen
Hmm.
just a URL or just a package or just a service, but the repetitive task, the procedures are going to be the same, correct?
Correct.
So in that case, you create one role with the one dummy value. Then
Hmm.
all 1,000 value you already know, correct? From your manager discussion.
Hmm.
Okay, so create another role and call this role, replace the value, call this role, replace the value, call this role, replace the value, call this role, replace the value. So in that case, even from different environment, from different project, call the same role, but that project or that environment have a different value, correct? So you
Correct.
are utilizing the same role multiple times, multiple occasion, multiple projects, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, that is what yesterday we seen.
Hmm.
So now the one which we are going to see is, okay, let me explain what this is also role. Yesterday, maybe you can say method 1. You apply whatever scenario. The method 2 also I'll explain. You apply whatever scenario it's suitable. So the one which we are going to see today is I have, okay, say for example, 1,000 employees are joining every day. So in that case, you will have a lot of management related tasks, right? You need to create a user ID, you need to create a group, and you need to make sure they are in the part of the correct groups, and you need to create the relevant directory or structure or permissions, everything, right?
Yeah.
So in that case, how do you achieve this? Or every week there is a 200 people are moving the project or resigning the company. I'm just giving an example. Or
Either
we
either
will
we
take,
go to YAML or scripting or something, because every time we cannot create, if there I need to
yeah,
create some dump files,
yeah.
that if this users comes, for example, any user command that is already accessed by the every time, so under different conditions, so I just create a dummy of that thing.
But you need to remember here the values will be always differ, correct?
Changeable. Yeah.
Right? So you need to create some array with the same concept. Whenever there is a need, you need to pass the value. That's it,
So
right?
yes,
But
right.
yesterday concept, you know This is the URL you need to do on a daily basis. The URL or the file or package or service is not going to change, correct?
Correct.
Of course, it will change, not very often, right?
Mm.
But in this case, we don't know who is going to come. We don't know who is going to resign. So these kind of situation, I'm just giving an example. Okay,
Mm.
we will take another scenario. Uh, on a every week, you are getting into where you want to clean up something.
Yeah, because this type of scenario is really uses because of server fully loaded or
Yes.
not
Yes, but
responding.
in that case, you don't know what you need to first clean, because
Yeah,
you cannot
yeah.
say file name is this. File name is going to be static file name. So
Mm.
in those kind of situation, you need to pass some variable based on the current scan, correct?
Correct.
So this method to or approach to, right? I will explain. You apply yesterday method in whatever scenario you want. Today method, whatever scenario you come across.
Mm.
Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to create a role, but in that role, in vars, we are going to pass the section name and values. Section name and values. Section name and values.
Mm.
Okay. So if you go on mute, so if you go and create this role is only having the values. So now I'm going to create a main playbook. In the playbook, I'm going to say call this role. Okay. But I already defined the procedure. This procedure will not be changed, but the values will be changed. It's kind of an answer file. You all know what is meant by answer file, because when you want to do a unattended installation or silent installation, you need to give the value. Even the Terraform, you will have a variable and values file. So everywhere the same concept. The reason is you no need to touch any existing code. Only thing is you keep change the values. The exact we are going to do the same. I'm just going back to here. I will show you what is there in this file. See here, there is a section name, okay, and there is a value. Okay, you can say the section name also can be anything, but it has to be some meaningful. Values also you can put anything, but it has to be a purpose. Now we will go back to the main playbook. Actually, this is easy rather than the yesterday one. WD cd dev. Can you see user create? I will just minimize. Can you see this one? So I just mentioned the roles. I'm calling the role because there is a values. So I'm passing the values to here. Okay. But if you look at this, I'm saying item with underscore items. Okay. So now I'm just going to explain this one, then the play 2, I mean task 2, then play 3, task 3, and play 4, task 4. Then I will modify this with the small scenarios. Okay, now I am creating a group. Okay, what is the module? Group module. What is the name? Group name we need to mention. But here I don't want to mention the static group name. What I want to create it. So it has to be present. What are the group names? See, this also you can put how? You can go at roles. You copy this. This also you can put it like this. Simple. You create a one more section here. Say what is the name they given? So they given. So you can give some name. Okay. Say I'm saying groups. Okay. But you need to know both just copy this. Okay, what are the group names they given here? What are the group names they have given? They given group name is staff, guest, web clients. Maybe the same name you are seeing. That is why people are getting confused. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say administrator. That is a group name, and developer and manager. Okay, so I'm just going to change it here. VAM user create dot YAML. Is everyone seeing the screen, right? So I'm going to change the name. A administrator, developer, and manager. So now so either you can give directly to this, or you keep this three values in the vars one more section, and you give this section name where anyone tell me. So if I move this three values in vars file as I mentioned all this, so what value you give it here? Anyone? So again I will explain. There is a two-way way of declaring we have mentioned here. One is these three play, right? Directly I'm saying item, and there is a section name. So what will happen? It will go to the vars, it will go to the main.yaml, it will go to the staff section and take the value, first value, replace it here. Take the second value, replace it here. Take the third value, replace it here, and it will execute. Take the fourth value and replace it here, and it will execute. So there is another way also you can mention. Directly you can mention the values. So what will happen is first time administrator will be assigned here, group will be created. Developer value will be assigned here, group will be created. The manager value will be assigned here, group will be created. Right? Both you need to know. Now, if I move these values as it is in the vars file, then what I need to put it here? Yes, Muthu. So what we need to do is with underscore item hyphen the same, but inside we need to mention the groups. We need to mention the because section name is groups. You agree, right, Muthu? Yeah, okay. So now I'm just going back to here. So since we changed the group name, you need to change it here also because it is in the same old group name. So I'm going to say administrator, comma, manager. Come down, create user. So here they are a developer come manager group. They have to be, comma, manager. What is the third one? What is the third one? You are removing it because they resigned or they moved, right? So in that case, you no need to mention any group name, correct? So is anyone having any doubt so far? Raise your hand. I will unmute you. Probably you can. We will have a discussion. No, with underscore item means it's not going to be one value. It is going to be multiple value. So where is that value? Since you mentioned the section name, automatically you already declared the roles also here. You already declared the roles also. So it will go and check this roles and go to vars and it will check the section name. Yes, section name is there. Then it will take first value, replace it. So it will be executed. So the user will be created and part of the group. Take the next value, replace it here. and it will be executed. This play will be executed. What is this play? User creation. What I need to create user? I need a username. Where is that username? It will be in this section. So after 4 values, there is no further value. So it will be completed. Then the same with underscore item means it's not a one, it is a multiple. You understand, Raj? Yes, Raj, go ahead.
Hi Vijay, hi all. So here the item we are mentioning, it's not a module, right, Vijay?
No, it's not a module. See, module is already we know. Group is a module. These are all we are adding the additional functions.
Okay.
See,
In some.
here Ansible module is a group module, Raj. User
Okay.
module and user module. This is the Ansible module. But to do that, since we have a multiple values, not even a single value, we need to pass in this way only. But while passing, there is a two way. Either you can directly give the values, or you can again. Actually, this is not a right practice. You agree, right, Raj? Because again, we are
Yes.
hard coding the values in the same file. So even the other person want to have or other project, definitely they will not have this. We don't know. They may have a different group names, but so
Correct.
every time you need to touch here as well as the value file, which is not recommended. But we need to understand both way also is there.
Okay. So some in some of our old thing with underscore variables and all we given, right? So it's our user defined names, Vijay, with
Yes, yes,
underscore
yes,
item.
yes, yes, yes. So no. You are asking the with underscore item. You cannot change this. This
Okay.
is
So in
you
yeah.
must mention with underscore items. This is how you need to declare.
Okay. Okay. So it's like a very different name where we have to
Yes,
use it. Okay.
yes. So, but the
Thanks.
idea here is, Muthu, you asked right how this one is working. So you are saying with underscore item since you have multiple values in your bucket. So you are mentioning the section name. So when you say section name, automatically it will go pick up the alias. That is the first value. Replace it here. What we instructed? We instructed to create the user. So it will create the user because we mentioned as a present. And after created a user, we told, okay, this user create the user and make the user to part of this groups. And go to the second value, replace and do it. Go to the third value, replace and do it. Go to the fourth value, go to the fifth value. So there is no further value. This play will be completed and it will be move on to the further play. Is there any doubt? Is there anyone have any query? Shall I proceed? Okay. So now what I'm going to do is we'll have a couple of scenarios so that you all will have a more clarity. So since I mentioned node 1, node 2, node 3, but I don't have node 1. I have only node 1 because just a testing purpose I created. So let it be with node 1. But before node 1, we will check the alias user is there. This is the node 1. Okay. So cat etc password. Okay. So is there anywhere are you seeing the username called alias? No. Better, as I said, always in the client login as a root and then wait for it. Tail f slash var slash log slash messages. So just to clean up the screen, just wait for it. So whatever you are going to do, it will be easy for you to understand how this works. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is Ansible -playbook user create.yaml. I'm going to execute it. See here. So it is trying to create the, we will walk through this log so that you all will get the understanding. So basically it's almost, if you see, there is a group got created, administrator group got created, developer group got created, manager group got created. Now alias user got created, Fred user got created, and Robin and Natasha, Eric, as well as Rob, Bob, Michael, these users also created, but part of different groups also associated. Now, since these users already not there, but we given to remove, there is no user actually. That is why it is showing as a green. Why? Because the condition already met. If the user was there, and it could have shown as a changed, but it is showing as a okay, which means the difference is here the condition was not met, so it tried to implement it. This is implementation. This is not implemented already. It was, everything is fine as per our expectation. That is why it's showing as a green. Okay, now can you go back to the log? So this is how you need to Ansible. You need to do like this only. When you want to learn, you need to learn like this. So go above the first one. See, the administrator group got created. It's getting created, and developer group also getting created, and manager group also getting created. Now user wise, the user, whatever we mentioned, the first one, it is getting created and also part of trying to associate to manager and administrator. See here, the 5 user, it is going to be the same, administrator and manager. But see here, the second play, it is getting executed and completed. Then it's move on to other section, other play. There also user getting created, but there is a different groups, developer and manager. Are you clear? Okay, now come down. There is a removal also we did. See here, there is no change, but we need to first check it. That is why it's showing as a green. Okay, come down. Now what we'll do is we will go with some patching. Okay, in order to patch, what you need, say for example, you are getting a multiple software package installation or multiple software package removal. How you will do? Here it's a bulk one time, or bulk every 3 months. Yesterday, whatever we seen, it's a repetitive. But here, bulk, yesterday bulk, but repetitive. But we know frequently we need to do that. But here, we don't know whether the same value, same package requirement will come again, but it's a bulk. So what we can do is we can say software and HTTPD and say VSFTPD and say we can say tree package, and what is the other package we can do it? Yum list. We can say zip package. I'm just checking some easy softwares. Yeah, zip package is there, and then zip. Any other package name? Yum list unzip. Okay, so I'm just making as a unzip. So you need to remove remove soft. Remove soft. So I need to say any other anyone can suggest some package which you want to remove. Anyone can suggest some package which you want to remove. Probably we can take any package here. Node.js, I think Node.js. Let's check yum list Node.js. Yes, Node.js is there. So actually it's not installed. It's okay. So Node.js.
Python.
No, Python. No. If we are going to touch some sensitive one, please make sure you are not hampering the existing environments. So that is why I want to go with some because now I just want to show you how later you decide what package you want. So is that as such? We are not using this shell mostly, so we can very well go with that. Okay, so at least two, it's fine. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all. So my requirement is I'm getting 1,000 package has to be installed, right? And because it's a one time, I'm going to clean up or I'm going to do some bulk once in a while, right? So we can go with this. So in that case, what exactly you will do? Okay, yeah, good. Vim also we can do it because it's not a critical. Anyway, VI editor is there, so Vim we can do it. Even we can go with the JIT package also. So I am going to copy this. First, we will go and say Vim roles. I'm going to say remove everything, and I'm going to copy it. So let's indent wise. So I'm saving it. Okay. Now user create. File name can be you can have anything. So here, what is my purpose? My purpose is install huge package yes and clean up huge packages. Okay, and now role name let it be the same role name. But here, what exactly can anyone tell me what I need to do? Even if you are wrong, don't worry. We will anyway. I'm going to do it. Okay, Ravi, go ahead.
So we have to use yum for install and uninstall.
Yeah. So yum. I'm going for a yum.
Vijay,
Yeah.
yeah, I have a question. Like, we have created a user, right?
Yeah.
So you have mentioned the group name. Whether I just want to verify the user which we have created, is it part of this group or not?
Yeah. Okay. So we will go with node 1. We will check it. So cat slash first we will see the user names. Password. Okay. Sorry. Typo. Password. Are you seeing? Are you able to see?
Yes, Vijay.
See here. There is a Robin, Fred, Elias, Natasha, Eric, Rob, Bob, Michael, Williams. Everybody got created, right? Created, right? User.
Yes, Vijay.
Now we will check the part of the group or not. Group. Here, administrator, Elias, Fred, there is a 5 people. Developer, there is a 5 people. But manager, all these 5 people, these 5 people also part of this manager. So there is a 10. Are you able to understand now?
Yes, Vijay. Now it's clear.
Yeah. So no, if you see this log itself, there is no error, which means it's completed. Even your output also showing the same. If it is changed without any error, that means it's fine. Okay, now I'm just going to here. So now you someone walk through me what I need to do.
Yeah, yum.
So first we will put the good name. So installing huge packages or softwares, right?
Yes.
So now what I need to do?
Yeah,
Yum.
and the
Okay.
name and the state like so we are latest.
Present or latest. Okay.
Yeah, present or latest.
And with underscore item, what I need to do?
So here we have to mention what and all we are HTTPD. So whatever going to install.
No.
The items, the
Okay.
items.
Okay. So you need to say you already given that file. Go on mute. There is. Okay. So now I am going to say already I given all the values. Why you need to declare here? So go here. I think this is the type of mistake we did yesterday. Okay. So now I'm just going to say item. You go and verify to the file. I given all the values in the file. So I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. You agree? Sorry.
Yes, yes, yes.
The section name we need to mention, right? Section name we need to mention. What is the section name? Okay, let's go to the notepad. What is the section name? It's a software, right?
Software.
So if we give this, what will happen? It will directly come to here, take the value, assign it to the item. Take the next value, assign it to the item. Take the next value, assign it to the item, correct? So we will just go and say software. Okay, now come down. What is the next one we need to do?
Remove the packages.
Okay, remove the packages. Remove the huge packages. But we are just giving some few, but the concept is going to be the same.
Yeah, yum.
Yum.
And the state going to be absent.
Yum. So state is going to be absent, right?
Yeah.
Absent. Okay. So now I'm going
So
to
remove
remove this. And
yeah,
what is the section name? This.
remove SO.
Okay. Remove. Yes. Software. Sorry. Remove. Yes. Software. Because this is the section name we have given. Correct. So now I'm going to remove all. I'm going to say paste it, save it. Ansible -playbook. Okay. Create -syntax -check. Okay. So there is no syntax error. So I'm just going to say quickly, we will do one thing. We will go and see here. Are you able to see this, Ravi? Everyone?
Yes, Vijay.
See here, there is a removing also. So yesterday concept, multiple values, repetitive time you need to do means yesterday concept. Multiple value once in a while or occasionally or whenever there is a request you need to do means this concept. Are you clear? Is everyone clear?
Yes, Vijay. Vijay, in that playbook, lastly, some three dots was there, right? So is it?
No. Actually, okay. Let me just open up and show you. Even you remove it. Sorry. There are Ansible exams previously, but now I don't know how the lab it's exam. Previously in Ansible exam, you need to give the three dots. Only that Ansible exam lab setup. Otherwise, it's not giving you as a correct playbook somehow. But in a reality, in your project or in your live production, it is not like that. Because
No.
Ansible exam, Red Hat exam is having their own expectation. Even though you know everything, but getting clear Red Hat exam is something not easy. You need to be familiarize yourself for the lab first. So, but are you clear in this? So now you anyone can give one scenario. We will do it so that people will have more clear understanding on this. Okay, and one more thing I just want to say is, so there is a lot of warnings, but I would suggest during your learning, don't disable, because you need to know they are changing a lot sub options as part of their further releases. Okay, but the depreciation warning also you can disable. Let me just show you. Go to Ansible.cfg, and here I'm going to say see, there is no warnings, right? Ravi, everybody. So, but don't do this because you need to get some, but production, it's okay. You have to do like this. But in your learning, you keep this message so that you know the next version, what is their expectation.
Vijay, is there any separate log for Ansible or same
No,
where log?
we are going to see it today. We are going to see it today. But so far, is everyone clear? Srini, yes.
Yeah, hi Vijay. So, where are we going to update the files? Like, is it ansible.cfg? That is the file where you added this group and the
No.
software details.
No. Okay. Let me just go and show the tree.
So, how many files you are using here? One
See
is the
here.
Ansible.
So this is always you need to have some main playbook, correct?
Yes, yes,
So from this playbook, you can call the relevant roles, correct?
yes.
So as part of this scenario, you need to have one role. In that role, you need to have a bare minimum variable. So here you need to go and declare your value. See here, cat roles. See here.
Okay, main
Yeah.
dot one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in this scenario, bare minimum you need to have the file and you need to have the values.
So, what about the roles where you declared yesterday? The what file name? Is it?
No. All you need to have your environment Ansible.cfg where you have the main file.
Okay.
So this environment, my environment dev, you need to have the same. So this environment have Ansible.cfg. The other environment have their own Ansible.cfg. The other environment they own they have their own CFG file. This is where you can control environment related settings. Maybe one environment will have a different roles, different settings. The other environment will not. It's not necessarily to follow the same, right? Each environment will have their own plus and minus, right?
Yes, yes. So under the roles folder, is there any file name? Any files are there?
No, that is what see here. Roles. So this is the role, right? This is the directory. Inside
yeah.
there is a vars directory. Inside there is a YAML file.
Okay, there is no roles folder. Sorry, roles folder related. Yeah.
No, this is the roles folder. Okay, let me go to roles. LS. So this is the roles folder.
Okay, only one. Okay.
So the only one roles I have created here, because this, if you want, you can create a multiple roles, but you need to just understand this concept.
Okay, the var file is, folder is also created inside the exam fund.
Yeah, see here.
Yes, yes. Okay, okay.
Inside exam fund, vars. See the directory name is not a different. Okay, let me just rename exam fund. Okay, even I can say Vijay. Now, what is the role name here?
Yeah, Vijay.
Vijay is the role name, but it
Yes.
has to be meaningful. So in that case, where you will change it? You will change it here because role name is now Vijay, not exam fund. If you try to execute, I'll show you. The directory name, whatever you create, that is a role name, because we need some logical things. See here, user create, it will throw the error. See, because it's not able to find the declared exam fund role. So
Yes,
you
yes,
need
correct.
to mention the available role name. What is the available role name? Vijay.
Vijay.
So now you do a Ansible playbook. It will not throw the error. So the role name is, again I'm saying, the names you can do anything. Even the section name also, roles. The section name also, you can even put anything, but it has to be meaningful. Because day by day, on a daily basis or weekly basis or monthly basis, you are the person going to manage or support this environment. So until you do a meaningful name during the troubleshooting time, you will be really, I'm sure, you cannot do a quick resolution.
So where you mentioned this main dot, we have to call this main dot YML.
Uh, I didn't get you what you are
It's
asking.
picking from main.ml, right? YML, right? While creating,
Yeah. See,
where it was
that
mentioned.
you attended yesterday role.
Yeah, I attended. I might be
Okay.
forget.
See here. First, this environment you declaring, right?
Yeah, correct.
Where the roles are available.
Yeah,
So
correct. Yeah,
in
roles
this
for.
environment, whatever main playbook, automatically it will refer this. So this playbook knows where it has to go and check first. Are you
Yeah,
clear?
correct. Yes, yes. Thank
Now,
you.
so this playbook you mentioned Vijay. So it will go to this path. It will check there is a Vijay is there or not. That is where the error was thrown. The exam
Yeah,
fund
correct.
was not there.
Yes, yes, yes.
So even if you create 100 playbooks here, all playbooks will first check this. It will understand where I need to go and check. That is where I'm saying each environment Ansible.cfg is really crucial.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Vijay.
So you need to first define the folder structure in paper. Then you come here and apply. That's it. That is
Yeah,
where
okay.
this package is really useful. The tree package, it will on the fly, you can see, okay, where I am from here, what is the directory, inside what is there, inside what is there, inside what is the file.
Yeah, yes, yes. Okay.
So the whole hierarchy, you can get it from here. That is why I always prefer to go with a tree. Tree is a very small package. Even in production also you can have it. There is no security harm
Okay, okay.
because it's a native package only.
Yeah, thank you, Vijay.
Vijay,
So
yes,
yeah, go ahead.
yesterday we discussed about like additional uses like SIT Ansible, Dev Ansible, and all we can use based on the users you can give, right? So in that case, is it mandatory to keep Ansible user like if any additional users we are creating for Ansible activities? So the Ansible user we are creating for a kind of admin activities, or we can use the same other SIT Ansibles as for regular works also.
No, can you repeat your question? I'm not able to get what you're asking.
So now we have created only one user called Ansible, and we are doing all the operations. So as based on the environment like a SIT Ansible or a Dev Ansible, we can create separate users like that we discussed yesterday. So if that is the case, one master user like Ansible will be using for managing the everything, or it can be with the
Let
other.
me just draw the diagram. So in production, so far what I seen, maybe there will be a different procedures also, but I will explain what I come through. This is the Ansible server, right? So there will be a 500 servers, correct? Correct.
Oh, yes, Vijay.
So before going to the Ansible itself, you need to have some centralized how Windows is having AD, correct?
Yes.
So the same user can log in from here, log in from here, log in from here because it's a domain user, correct?
Correct.
So first you need to implement centralized login. Are you clear?
Yes, Vijay.
So in that case, in Unix, either NS or NS plus, or there is a open directory server. There are a lot of methods we can implement. So if you implement in this way, then even if you have 1,000 servers, one person can log in from anywhere, correct?
Correct.
Okay, in that case, you create one functional user ID, and that user ID will be nominated for your Ansible purpose. Okay, but you log in with your user ID only, correct?
Yes, Vijay.
So you log in, but your login ID is part of one group. Okay, all your team. This group can handle all this along with this functional user ID, because functional user ID is not a password. Currently, we are enabling the SSH password, right? So what they will do is they will create a key. How they will create a key?
Yeah, SSH key, then they
So
will jump.
ls, I'm just going outside. cd.ssh, sorry, cd.ssh. There is a file. So ID RSA, right?
Yes,
ls
Vijay.
ltrh. So if you take this file, if you take this ID RSA dot, if you take this file and copy it to all machines as a say, for example, from this machine, say dev Ansible is the user. Okay. Normally, functional user ID they will disable no login. You agree?
Correct.
Okay, but the key will be generated. The key will be copied under to this group privilege. So you log in, your home directory will have this key automatically copied because your login script will also have this.
Okay.
Or if you want to test, you create a two machine. Okay, the Ansible user you create your user ID, but make sure the user ID, user name have to be common. Okay, and then take this file, put it you log in your account and in your SSH directory here and copy this file as a authorized_key.
Okay, Ajay.
Authorized_keys. So even you log in your account, you can able to manage, correct?
Correct. We have passwordless for that.
Yes, that's it. So this is also one of the way, or in some of the account, okay, they will also have the separate group ID as a login. But normally I am against the application user ID via logging, because we don't know who is doing what. You also log in the same user ID. I can also log in the same user ID, right?
Correct, Ajay. Yeah.
So normally they will implement like this only. But
Okay.
there is a one question from our group, but yesterday I was not having a time. So today maybe after all meetings I will implement and I'll explain.
Okay. Why? Because I raised this question, like we have a root and sudo groups. So, but more than sudo groups, we have the managing,
No,
right?
I'm just giving you idea how this works. If you want to learn, first to get into some good confidence. These are all whatever I just showed. These are all how production will implement.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
these are all, to be frank, wherever you go, you are not going to do this. Most of the time you are going to work in the existing environment, so they will give you access, you have to do it, that's it. But
The
to do
initial
that,
setup will be there.
you
Yeah.
need to have a playbook knowledge, what are the scenario you need to handle the playbooks, those are very important.
Okay. Thanks, Ajay.
Yeah. Okay, anybody so before I proceed, is everyone is okay? So I will proceed further. Yeah, Kishore. I think you attending first time or
Yeah, Vijay, Kishore here. Actually, there are two types of inventory files, right?
yes.
In Ansible. Okay. As I know, local inventory file is we can define host names in the inventory.
Yeah.
I have a lot of confusion in dynamic inventory files. What actually that inventory files can do?
Okay. So okay, go on mute. I will explain. So inventory file currently where you are pasting here, right? Host. So I'm just going out. Okay. So currently you are it here, right?
Yes, yes. This is local inventory.
Yeah, local inventory. So I'm just going here. Ansible dynamic inventory. It's a small script inventory file sample. So in production, mostly they will use some CMDB product, like so that CMDB related. You need to create this. So I'm just going to show you. Either you can create it with Python, Ansible inventory files. So we'll see one sample file. Either even the Jinja2 also you can create. So basically, the inventory file will take you to reach your CMDB products where your whole organization inventory is there. So the reason why they are doing is keep on the CMDB will be updated, right? Either the server decommission or server addition and all. Are you agree? You sure?
Yeah.
So if you maintain the local each environment, then what is the headache? You have multiple server in multiple environment in multiple devices also in the each environment, correct?
Yes, sir.
So the other departments or other project, they are removing the servers, removing the devices, or adding the servers, adding the devices. Definitely, it's not our hand. It's a completely out of control, correct?
Yeah, correct.
So that is the reason. Normally, I'm just trying to get you to understand how this works. But instead of this file, simple, you need to have one script. Okay, that script will know where to contact. So your CMDB, any of you have any CMDB in your project? Let me know. I will give you based on that example.
Service now.
Yeah, ServiceNow. So you need to have one script here. That script also will have the hard-coded credentials, everything. That script will, whenever I execute anything, the script will immediately go and retrieve the latest list, available list. Because as per the process, what will happen whenever you want to add one server? Tell me. Say, for example, you all handle the support via ticketing system, right? So what will happen if you want to create one change, or if you received one issue ticket, what will happen? Raj, everybody.
So the flow you're asking in service now?
No. When you open the ticket, change ticket or problem ticket, how do you know which server or which machine is the problem?
So there is a tab called configuration item will be there.
Okay.
So whatever I mentioned in that, so first we will check the configuration item which will be
Okay.
routed to the service now inventory, where it will
Okay.
tell it's a production or dev, what is the
Okay.
priority, server is operational or non-operational, like that.
No. Yeah. But this tab will tell you which server or which component or which network device or which router or basically which device, correct? Or which
Correct.
software,
Yes.
correct? Because they while raising the issue, they will mention, okay, I'm facing the issue in software, or I'm facing issue in my laptop. So they need to select the category, they need to mention, correct?
Correct.
So uh, how do you ensure this device is in not decommissioned or operational? Just now
Yeah.
you told, correct?
Correct. Yeah. Correct.
So in that case, whenever there is a decommission, also people has to raise the ticket, all approval, all backup, all verification. Then they will put as a decommission state, correct?
Correct.
So if you go with this kind of a local file, definitely this is just for learning. Okay,
Correct.
but in
So
production, you need to have such a script. It's a simple script only. So that script, what will happen is every time it knows where to contact, where to retrieve. When you say simple Kishore, but the functional device, there is no change. Ansible all --- list. Now where it is getting this information, Kishore and Raj, everybody.
Local environment.
Yeah, local
Local
environment.
environment.
So when you have such scripts, if you run this, automatically you will get the similar output. But this output, where it is getting?
From a repository, I think, where we have
Yeah,
put the
which
server list.
CMDB you configure. That's it. So all you need to understand is, first you start with the local one, so that you getting into confidence where the how the works, how to manage, how to create everything. Then when you go to production, definitely you need to have some centralized. Why? Because the server component latest state is completely not your hand. You agree, right, Kishore?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is where the called dynamic. The one which we are doing is a static, because we need to just explore. We need something. That is why we are putting some node 1 and we are going for it. Even Raj, everybody, you also understand there will be a huge number of servers in our entire organization or entire client. But what is relevant to our project? There will be a group also, right? If you closely observe your ServiceNow tickets, there will be a group. You need to select the group. The relevant servers will be in the drop down. Have you ever observed?
Yeah, that's true, Jay. So we'll have like a server, Linux server, AX server, like
Exactly.
subcategories. So
Even subcategories also they have. The more they classify subcategories, the more you can manage very well. So that is where the Ansible go and retry. It's a centralized place.
okay, so here if we go with this dynamic inventory, where we will be like syncing it or where we will
No,
update?
no. You just go here and simple. You need to declare instead of host file which one you want to refer. Inventory equal to. That's it. There is not much difference from whatever we are learning.
Okay.
Because whenever you execute this, automatically the script will perform and retrieve it. Probably if you want, probably I'll add this task also. I'll show you in one of the class. Maybe we can do one thing. We can create a 2 machine in AWS. Okay. We will just see what are all components via dynamic inventory. Because this Ansible server is in Linux machine, but I want to control my AWS environment. So I don't know. Who am I? I'm Ansible. I don't know what are all available in my AWS. This is a very simple scenario, but it's really makes sense, right? Like ServiceNow. So every time I want to see or I want to understand what is there in my AWS. Correct? Raj, everybody. Hello.
Yes, Vijay.
Yeah. So probably I'll add in the bucket. Don't worry. But dynamic inventory, this is the concept, Kishore.
Okay, Vijay. Vijay, can we have a small use case of this one later?
Yeah. That is what I will do is I will create one script. That script we will configure as a inventory file. Okay. Using that file, I want to constantly update with my AWS infrastructure.
Okay.
Vijay, just one clarification on Ginger.
Yes.
We are using Ginger 2 for templating. So we understood from that. But all our Ansible files we are using .yml, right? Why in Ginger 2 .j2 we are using? Any specific reason?
No, they defined in that way only. Probably we are going to discuss about the performance tuning. It's not mandatorily have to be in J2. The file extension you can have anything, but there will be some standards, Raj. So if we adhere, then it's easy to maintain. It's easy to troubleshoot. Even if you go for certification, I mean the audit certification, it will be really kind of straightforward. But of course, we are going to discuss what are all other formats also we can create it.
Okay, thanks, Vijay.
Okay, we will have some small break. Probably we can resume after 10 minutes.
Okay.